Hey everyone, just working on editing the latest fishing trip that Colin and I did on the weekend. Unfortunately, I've been having trouble with my cameras, so I don't have a ton of footage. My front camera is exceptionally wobbly, although it doesn't look as bad as I thought. I didn't actually film that much because it was my phone, it's swinging 6 inches to either side. But I gotta say, the stabilization on the Samsung S10 is fantastic. It hardly shows. And then my Virb Elite action cam that I had up on the back did some great video on one fish, but the battery died. I thought it was fully charged, but didn't last very long. Unfortunately, I caught one really nice splake, and I have no video to show. But I'll show you what I do have. Enjoy the video. So getting ready for another trip. 4:40 wake up this morning so I can meet Colin at 6 o'clock at one of our spots. We're good morning. Just sitting here eating breakfast and watching the news. And then fishing time. For those who aren't aware, it's late April in Ontario, and we're having an unseasonably cold spring. Today's supposed to be warmer, but it's not at the moment. -3 Celsius, so it's actually pretty cold. It's supposed to go up to the double digits, supposed to get around 12 degrees today. Hoping that happens, because -3 is cold. Cold for open water fishing. Especially when you're sitting basically on the water in a kayak. But I've got my ice fishing suit on, so should be good enough. I'm hoping to use snap weights again today, same as I did the last time. Basically the exact same setup, because I forgot to bring my lead core rod, which was my other setup. So we're hoping the fish are biting. I must be overdressed. That's warming up fast. Warming up fast. Colin's into a fish as we came through the narrows. Been a slow day so far, but at least there's something. Now, unfortunately it's a month early. Well, 2 weeks early, I guess, right now. You open in a couple weeks. That's what I did with mine. I just managed to pop the hooks out and let them go without even touching them. And good release, good release. Right after I get my pike, Colin gets a smallie. We're having a tough time finding the splake, but at least we're finding the fish. And realistically, there's more bass and more pike in this lake probably than splake, so not feeling too bad. We're not using setups that are traditional for pike or smallies, so I don't think anyone can give us any shit for it. And we're letting them go right away, so Colin's fighting and losing. Oh, it's a hog. Sad. Out of season hog. Always the way. frick, nice bass. Yeah. All right, well, see him in 2 months.
That's a big fish.
Well, I'm very much hoping my other camera was working because I just caught that. It's a lot of fun. Oh man, I'm pretty excited. This going on the smoker. Yeah, baby. Bandito fishing. I forgot sunscreen today, so I'm gonna try and stay covered. Haven't been using this camera much because the mount's been really shaky. I gotta fix that, but so if I move, you move for a while. So I haven't used it while unfortunate. I would like to have had it on for that splake, but it is what it is. I'm hoping the new view from above that I got up there is a little higher. I'm hoping that caught everything, but I don't know that it did. So we will have to wait and see. Hoping to get maybe another splake before we call her a day, but I'm pretty happy as it is. It's 5 different species. We've got so 4 different species: bass, pike, splake, and a big perch. It's a great day, absolutely gorgeous day. Sure we'll pay for that somewhere. I'm cooking because I have too many layers on, but it was -3 when we started this morning, and it's got to be 12, 13 degrees probably now. It's pretty warm. The water's still chilly though, 47 here, which is warmer. When we started this morning it was at 44. It's warmed up to 47 on the surface, so that's a good sign. Need a little bit of activity. Hasn't marked much on the finder. A few fish here and there. Don't think I've caught anything I've marked. I have a very basic fish finder. I don't have side imaging or anything. It's the Lowrance Hook 2x4, which is junk in my opinion. I would never buy one again, but it works. It does tell me the depth and the temperature and the speed, which is good. Doesn't have any actual mapping, which sucks, and it doesn't have cone selection for the transducer, and doesn't have side imaging, and lots of things I'm not overly fond of. I can't split the screen to show a zoom or to show mapping, or it has GPS, does not have mapping, although you can mark waypoints. You can't split the screen to see your waypoints and your sonar. So you have to pick whether you want to know what the bottom looks like or whether you want to know where you're going, which is pretty junky. I think I'm done with Lowrance after this. I think I'm going to try Grmin. A lot of activity on the lake today. The last time we were out, we didn't see a soul. Today there's been 5 or 6 other boats out. In fact, there was a boat water skiing earlier. Should have taken some video of that. Still not super active. Still less than it would normally be this time of year, I'm sure. Due to the COVID-19 stuff, I'm assuming. Oh, what a gorgeous day. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And that splake I caught, that is a sweet splake. I'll put her on the scale maybe when I get home and we'll see. It really thought I was snagged on bottom. If hopefully the camera behind me caught the video of it. And in the video you'll probably notice me pedaling backwards because I thought I'd got snagged on bottom. And I'm pedaling backwards and all of a sudden my line starts going out still. I'm like, whoa! So it's amazing I didn't lose that fish. And then he rolled up in about 4 feet of line. And I thought he was going to break off doing that. So all in all, that was pretty exciting. Biggest splake I've ever caught for sure. It looks like a beautiful speck. God, I'd love to catch a speck that big. But it'll make some fine eating on the smoker. I'm gonna smoke it up and heat it up. That'll be my plan for tomorrow, is throw that on the smoker for the day. Been debating mounting a electric motor on my kayak. Not for this stuff, but I'd like to get it on Lake Ontario for salmon, and I think pedaling would just be too long. But then again, boy, I don't know, I do pretty good with this. But the setup with two rods and everything would be easier if I could just maintain my speed, and I don't know if it's an extra hassle that I don't want. I know I don't want it all the time, but I think if I make a mount for the front that's easy to take it on and off. And then there's a big expense with a lithium battery. I might be able to get away with the regular deep cycle battery for a while. I'll have to try it out. Definitely be testing it in the inland lakes before I go to the big water, though, that's for sure. Oh, there's a fucking rock right there. Sure.